In order to get a JPM coin, you deposit $1 in a JPM account. So it's 1-to-1 backed in dollars, and you can only use it intra JPM's ledger. Why didn't I just use $1?
But our clients don't want a city token or another bank token. What they want is cross-bank, cross-border liquidity.
I mean, I think overall, the expectation is almost at 90% that we are going to get an approval next week. But of course, there is room for that not to happen, right? And
a gold revaluation is inevitable. 100%, I believe it's coming with it. Of course, and not just that, they could shrink the debt by doing that. If your debt is unsustainable and it's out of control.
CBDC, but you cannot convert it into the underlying physical gold. It's just another tool to get you into the system to trust those that are currently in power. Why are they in power?
Enjoy the ride, pal.
It's the XRP Army.
If you got some baggies, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, smashing them likies, stuffing some baggies. Go ahead. Throw on those moon suits. Throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up, because the future's extra. Bullish. Let's make crypto great again with XRP. Let's go full speed, full throttle. Cryptoverse with the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.72 trillion, down almost 2% in the past 24 hours. We had the total trading volume in the last day right around 106 billion. We had XRP in that number 6 spot right around 56 cents, down about 3.4 in the past 24. Stellar XLM right around 11-12 cents. BTC 43,548. We got ETH right around 2,228. Solana back under 100 at 97 bucks. We got XDC right around the nickel. Flare Networks 0.017. Songbird 008. We got one from Ripple to kick things off, calling all builders. Still hiring senior software engineer, senior director of treasury, senior platform engineer, London ready. We got one from Flip the Chain. Ripple Brad Garland House answers on the JP coin existence. Makes no sense to him. Why doesn't one directly use the dollar instead of JPM coin?
5 years from now, are you able to exist in a world where the JPM coin exists and other banks have their own forms of cryptocurrencies?
Look, the JPM coin, I think, actually, in many ways, has been great for the industry because, someone who not that long ago was saying Bitcoin's a fraud is now leaning in, and it was a macro good thing to the industry and bringing credibility. I'll give it a thumbs up. The JPM coin, though, if you really think about it, and there's a lot of banks represented in this room, is Wells Fargo going to use the JPM coin? Probably not. Is B of A going to use the JPM coin? Probably not. And so are we all going to have a Wells Fargo coin and a B of A coin? And now what about the interoperability between these coins? The other thing that makes no sense to me, in order to get a JPM coin, you deposit $1 in a JPM account. So it's 1-to-1 backed in dollars, and you can only use it intra JPM's ledger. Why didn't I just use $1? I actually don't understand what problem that was solving.
I think
The systems need XRP, an interoperable distributed ledger, not another JPM coin. If you remember this one. They want cross-border liquidity. They don't want another bank token. They don't want another city token. They want something that's interoperable, like the XRP ledger, the immutable bridge.
Well, it's great that we have this internal token, but our clients don't want a city token or another bank token. What they want is cross-bank, cross-border liquidity. So it's key that now that we have the infrastructure of the platform built internally, we work with Regulated Liability Network and other participants about how do we solve these difficult issues as an industry. And there's still a lot of questions out there, but this FMI that RLN aspires to be is extremely positive.
XRP solves this. They know what's coming. We know what's coming. And they can't stop it. We got one from Megan, BTC ETF talks.
What do you expect to happen with Bitcoin ETF? We have heard the likes of some analysts thinking that the applications will fall short of the requirements by the FCC.
I mean, I think overall, the expectation is almost at 90% that we are going to get an approval next week. But of course, there is room for that not to happen, right? And it doesn't get approved. We did have one analyst say that in Asia, and that just led to, a sell-off of Bitcoin around the world. It's very jittery with these expectations. There's really laser focus on Bitcoin's price right now. So, it's always been a volatile asset, but I think there's so much focus on the price right now that it can make it move even more, jump around even more than it usually does.
January 10th, 5 days right around the corner. Do we continue to pump, or is this going to be another dump? We got Flare Networks, exciting times ahead for Bitcoin. SEC potentially approving the first spot Bitcoin ETF. Bitcoin having in April. F Assets private testnet beta completion in Q1. F Assets will bring BTC to cross-chain DeFi. We got high vibe assets, XRP holders. This is huge. Rumors have been circulating around that XRP will be liquid gold, moving at the speed of light.
All central banks, including the Federal Reserve, designated their gold holdings on their balance sheets under the name of gold revaluation account.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's extremely interesting because it's literally visible and to the public and in plain sight. But a gold revaluation is inevitable. 100%, I believe it's coming with that.
Of course. And not just that, they could shrink the debt by doing that. If your debt is unsustainable and it's out of control, all you have to do, well, it's not all you have to do, but one of the things they will do, the central planners, is reset the gold price to a higher level. That debt all of a sudden gets a lot smaller, gives them room to issue new debt, to expand the global economy, even consolidate whatever they want.
We got the digital asset investor. These guys get it. Gold reevaluation. There's a reason they're trying to herd everyone into BTC.
I've had some questions on, well, how do you know they're going to do that gold revaluation? Okay. Right? Well, it's very simple, really. When you have something that has no intrinsic value, it's used in one area and confidence is lost. You have to revalue that against something that is all intrinsic value because it is used in every single sector of the global economy. So it is not a random revaluation. This is confidence, right? You put it out over 5,000 years, this has worked as money and held your purchasing power intact. This lasts for a very short period of time. But when they do those revaluations, to your point, they have to take something that nobody trusts that has no real intrinsic value and do that revaluation against something that everybody trusts, because those people that are in power want you to continue to trust the system. And so they bring in real trusted money. And, we were talking about Zimbabwe. And what I find really interesting in Zimbabwe is about the fact that they came out, was it last year-ish or a year and a half ago, something like that, with 1 ounce gold coin. Well, who can afford a 1 ounce gold coin in Zimbabwe but the upper class? Then, in trying to get that to the general public, they came out with a gold-backed digital CBDC, but you cannot convert it into the underlying physical gold. So
very good point.
Right? So, and I want people to be really conscious of that, because until it is fully convertible, it ain't done. It's just another tool to get you into the system to trust those that are currently in power. Why are they in power? They have done such a horrendous job for the masses, but a fabulous job for the few.
Get ready for the reevaluation, the transformation of all value. Know what you hold. We got one from the Digital Asset Daily, crypto regulations in the UK, January 8, 2024. Crypto regulations comes into force on Monday in the UK. As what Brad Garland House said, everything started in London, the United States, and the rest of the world. Please share so everybody knows about it. Regulations inbound. We got Riz XRP ETF patiently waiting. First deadline January 10th, 2024. And if the masters are lining up for a BTC ETF, where do they get a hold of that HODL XRP? More scalable, more efficient, more transactions per second, eco-friendly, no more middleman snatching up the fees, all ledgers closed since inception. Where did they get a hold of that HODL Bitcoin ETF? Is just a smokescreen for the real utility, like XRP, the only digital asset with legal clarity with utility in the United States. You know what's coming. And to top that off with the cherry, ISO 20022, only digital asset cryptocurrency with liquidity and regulatory clarity are relevant for wealth managers. Which digital assets are relevant for wealth managers? You're going to need some liquidity. You're going to need that 24/7 access, faster reaction time. We're going to need regulatory clarity, XRP. the only digital asset with utility, with legal clarity in the USA. Pump our bags up. Pump our bags up. Meanwhile, could we be set up for an S-coin bubble like we were back in the day with the dot-com bubble, which was a stock market bubble that ballooned during the late 1990s and peaked in March of 2020? This period of market growth coincided with the widespread adoption of the World Wide Web and the internet, resulting in the proliferation of available venture capital and the rapid growth of valuations in the new dot-com startups. During the dot-com crash, many online shopping companies, notably Pets.com and Boo.com, and as well as several communication companies, fell and shut down. Mr. Man XRP, we're going through a geopolitical event, not only in the Middle East, but also in Europe. There's a spark that'll occur. There'll be a radical shift in the value of money.
We're clearly going through some sort of geopolitical event, not only in this region, but in Europe. China as well. There's likely some sort of spark that will occur. And let's face it, climate is becoming much more significant in terms of risks. And when you look at the reaction of a country to war and community, deterioration of communities through climate change, countries have really little risk associated with, there's a lot of risk actually associated with what do you do in those situations. You can affect policy, you can increase taxes to pay for certain things, or you can print more money. And at a time when there's a lot of social division, people are just not going to be paying taxes. And politicians will take advantage of that. And if you want to stimulate the economy and pay for weapon systems that are expensive or substitute food and fuel prices, which are priced in dollars, you have to print money. So I think there's going to be a radical shift in the value of money. And digital assets make a lot of sense if they're Bitcoin and Ethereum and actually create value and have scarcity. But I think with the tokenization of real world assets like gold and other assets that are real estate, etc., and even green metals that are important for rewiring food, soybean, wheat, things that are liquid, and also certain other assets that people rely on for their daily good. Those are much more solid and productive assets for the public good. And so when we look at money, we look at how does it do actual public good rather than just create a transaction or store value characteristics. How does it do things that help ultimately society? So I think there's going to be a rethinking of what money is, not just around how does it create the basic characteristics, means of payment, store value, unit of exchange, but how does it then translate into something that people can rely on when government can no longer print it? And I think humanity will shift towards something that is technologically based and certainly take advantage of the rails that Ripple and others have created to participate in that evolution.
Thank you very much, Redo. Thank you.
XRP was built for the second coming of the internet, built for payments. First, we had the internet of information. Now, welcome to the internet of value running on the XRP ledger. We got some charts to close things off. We got crypto's XRP breakout checklist. Close above the weekly 21 MA, close above the blue area, close above the pink resistance. We got Coins Kid peak-to-peak cycle theory starting to pop up all over the place, 2024. Blow off top, does the BTC follow the 4-year cycles or the lengthening cycles? In 2011, 2013, 2017, we saw a traditional blow off top, but in 2021, we did not. Is this a new cycle? We got El Crypto, altcoin, zero line in the MACD has been completely crossed by a bullish trend. I've shared this chart repeatedly over the last few weeks and it's going according to plan. You don't have to wait to be a genius to realize altcoins mimic Bitcoin. We're not done here yet. We got Egg-Rat Crypto XRP short-term defending Valhell's gates. Amazing leaps and bounces from the Valhell gate price target at 55 cents. XRP Army, stay ready. I assure you that XRP wouldn't dip below 50 cents, and it hasn't, and it won't. With that being said, Batman and Bag Ladies, high vibe assets, XRP holders, is 2024 the year of the utility bull run. Fedwire processed over 1 quadrillion in gross settlement volumes in 2023, or approximately 196 million transactions, averaging 5.41 million each year. XRP and the XRP ledger solves this problem with instant settlement, overnight retirement. For XRP holders, where will you be when XRP's true price is finally revealed and that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open? Later glitches. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing them likeys for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD. Buy up those bags and don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe. Drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below. Drop an elbow on that like button from the top ropes. I'll catch you up here, top floor on the mothership for the moon party. BYOB, bring your own bags. Be your own bank. Peace out, Crypto Ghost. Later, glitches.
Try to tell them about the price, they look at you like you crazy. Moon Commander in that rocket, so there's no way in. We flipping switches out of here, you didn't have the patience. Slipped up on my mind and that cash in decline. Told you get a wheelbarrow and load up on them bags, but you ain't listen to the Moon Commander, now you so mad. There's a party on the moon to keep warm and burn cash, so please bring more of that trash.
Moon Commander bag man headed outer space. If we don't got no bags, then I don't got no space. It's a party on the